Houday Nation, what's up? Jeff and the K-Storm here. We had to do a little pivot tonight. Josh not going to be able to join us, so we've got the K-Storm in the house. Big Bengal fan. The K-Storm is here, making her maiden voyage onto Jungle Theater, a Houday podcast. If you're new here, it's usually Jeff and Josh, but tonight we've got the K-Storm, also known as Karen. She's not really a Karen, but Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you certainly, and on a Thursday night and Thursday night football going on. I got Jaden Daniels in fantasy. He's not doing anything. And, speaking of not doing anything, the Bengals offense in the second half against the Browns didn't do much. And I think you probably heard about it all week. So we're not here to relitigate the Cleveland game, but I was actually there and Josh was there. And Karen, can you enlighten us on the weekend that was? For those that don't know, Karen is my wife, so she got to experience this up close. But what were your takeaways from the Cleveland experience?
Well, just to be more specific, are you asking about like how I felt about you going into the dog pound or the game, or
I think all of it, right? You weren't there. I was there with Josh. We'll get to that. But you were back in Indianapolis at the homestead where you are now. And what were your takeaways from my experience? A little bit on that, and then just the team in general. I think from a different perspective.
Well, I think we'll circle back when you go into your experience with you and Josh being there. We'll come back to that. But I would say did not expect to go into Victory Monday with a defensive win.
Yeah, fair.
Would be
my
biggest takeaway.
Were you expecting 34-30, defense not to play very well, maybe the Bengals win? Were you expecting the Bengals loss? What were you thinking going in? Did you have a score in mind?
I thought the Bengals were going to lose.
Okay.
Sorry. But so I will say in the first quarter, I was thinking Bengals had it. Huge win, like 34-3.
Oh, okay.
Like big win.
Okay. Went right down the field, scored, a 12-play drive right away.
That expected that. But after that, I lost a lot of faith.
Okay.
And do you think I felt as negative as you usually are.
Okay, yeah. As I was gonna say is
yes.
I've rubbed off on you. So
yes.
For those that don't know, I was in Cleveland at the Dog Pound. Josh was in Cleveland as well. We'll get to that. And so it was an incredible experience. I gotta say, Karen, big shout out to the Cleveland Browns fans. I expected to be harassed, have things thrown at me, cussed at, you name it. They were great. A+. Now, I wasn't a jackass, right? I kind of kept to myself, which is rare, but they were great. They were great fans. I talked to a few that were around me. Obviously, I'm leaving out of there in a win, but I was pleasantly surprised by the Cleveland experience. And so shout out to Cleveland Browns fans. Go Browns against the Ravens this weekend. If you're not playing the Bengals, and you're playing another AFC North opponent, I will be rooting for you because you let me out of there. Now, it was a beautiful day in Cleveland, but the Saturday night beforehand, shout out to the Bengals fans. Packed Cleveland. I mean, Bengals fans everywhere. The hotel I was staying in, shout out to Drury Plaza, place free food and drinks, 5:30 to 7, by the way. The kickback, amazing. Was an amazing experience. Went out, went to a honky tonk, got some barbecue, saw Bengal Jim, multiple, Bengals celebrity. Yeah, Paul's in the chat, says Cleveland sucks as a city. I mean, I can't disagree, Paul, but they were great to us. So had a great time. Karen, I know we were texting back and forth on Saturday night. Any takeaways from my Saturday night experience before the game?
It sounded like you had a really great time. I was impressed. I think that Cleveland is a lovely city. I can't say as much for, their their teams, but I think Cleveland's a great place, and I'm glad you had a good time. It seemed you did. I will say you didn't get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So we did, just make sure we had contacts in Cleveland just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I
So that
think
was
we
good.
came out unscathed.
Yeah.
Forgot to tell you this, Crazy Bone came out at the end of the third quarter to perform. Cleveland is the city where we come from, so run, run. Yeah, it was awesome. Gotta say, wasn't feeling that great about the game right now, so I wasn't vibing with the rest of the fans to Crazy Bone, but it was pretty cool. They had a great, obviously Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, shout out. They did they broke a Bengals guitar over the speaker and all that stuff. So, but overall, great experience. But I will say, not such a great experience from the Bengals. I'm going to treat it as an aberration. We're heading into Jaguars and Bengals, right? I mean, we've seen this week one, right? We've seen this week one for several years in a row now.
But we won week one.
But we won this time. So heading into week two, Jags, Bengals, we'll turn the page on the Browns. I'm going to, we've watched Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I don't think they forgot how to play football. I don't. I think that they still know how to play football. I think it was
but
maybe
Jamar
an aberration. He had 2 catches for 26 yards. I think it's a credit to, Cleveland, they get paid to play football too, and they have 2 guys in Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett who are all pros, and they showed it on Sunday.
Yeah.
But heading into the Jags Bengals, Karen, how are you feeling? Do you think we're going to see more first half Bengals offense, maybe even better than that, or you think we're going to see second half Bengals offense, which could spell trouble for Houday Nation? Opening in orange, which we've got the Chase, you got Burrow on right now. So Victor's got the T. Higgins upstairs. So
he does
1-5-9.
So I think there's a lot of variables. I think number one variable is, can we confirm that those are the 3 captains of the day that will be walking across the field?
So Zac Taylor did say in his press conference earlier this week that he's not planning to change the T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow combo that have been their captains since going back to, I think it was the Dallas game last year. So he's going to stick with that and ride that out, which I don't have a problem with.
Do you believe everything that Zac Taylor says in a press conference?
I believe that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we can get into, his play calling. And I mean, my beef with Zac Taylor, you've hit a red button already. My beef with Zac Taylor is get the damn play in. Get the play in to Burrow so he's not clapping and having to call a timeout. Get it. The crowd was hyped, no doubt, in Cleveland, but you got to get the play in. Get the play in so that Burrow can check the defense. That's where I don't trust Zac Taylor. I'm not a big proponent of him calling the plays. I think he should give it up to Dan Pitcher and coach the team. Look at Nick Sirianni. Shout out to whatever Southwestern High School.
Southwestern.
What town's he from? He's probably the most arrogant. New York. He's maybe the most arrogant head coach in the league, and he gave up the play calling duties. And what they do? They won the damn Super Bowl. So Zac Taylor, if you're listening, please give up the play calling duties. Hand the pitcher, coach the team. I think we'd be much better off. And he has some think about this, Karen. 3rd and for 28 when we're inside we're on the 9-yard line and Taylor dials up a pass play, almost gets Burrow sacked for the 3rd time in a row. Well, he does get Burrow sacked for the 3rd time in a row. Burrow has to jump over the pile just to keep from a safety, which saved the game for we got to stop doing that stuff.
Okay, so anyway, back to Jaguars.
Yeah.
Coin toss.
Okay.
These are my things. Who is walking out there?
He already said that. It's so
I know. So I'm saying that's happening, and then coin toss. So you're saying, is it going to be first half offense Bengals? Is it going to be second half offense Bengals? So I think it depends on who wins the coin toss, who gets it, what happens there. Then I have a lot of variables in how I think the game's going to go.
Okay.
And so also if everybody gets into the stadium, us included if we're going, before to be loud and ruler of the jungle being Sam Hubbard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there will be a lot of noise.
Yeah. Absolutely deserves the respect of the fans. If the Bengals win the toss, what would you do, Karen? Are you taking the ball or are you deferring and letting the other team decide? I'm taking the ball. Me.
I'm going to say take the ball. Yeah. Because I think it's going to be loud. So in the second half, no matter what's happening, like they'll be
take
fine.
the ball, go down and score just like they did in Cleveland. But
but then after that, maybe do some more things like throw and catch.
Would you? Okay, so let me ask you this. It seemed like they really wanted to get Chase Brown involved early in the first game. Do you think that got Burrow off his rhythm? Burrow's used to kind of coming out, throwing the ball around. He really wasn't doing that much. It was more what they call 12 personnel with 2 tight ends. I think we see less of that. I think we see more of Burrow throwing the ball. We got the comments flying. We'll get to some of that here in just a second.
Thank you so much for the mansplaining, Jeff. I think that's good. I mean, they won. So if that throws him off his rhythm and he learns how he needs to do that, and I think that's going to throw everyone off their rhythm. If we're looking at other teams who are watching this and they're like, oh, well, we were just going to guard T and Jamar, ooh. And now they're like, oh, well, we're just going to go Chase Brown.
Darren Breeze says, don't take the ball. Never take the ball. By the way, you said I was mansplaining. You're telling me if I said 12 personnel, you know what that meant. Tell me what 12 personnel is. What's it mean?
I mean, there's 12 personnel.
Okay. So, for record, that's not mansplaining. That was me actually explaining what it is. It's 1 running back, 2 tight ends is what it is. So, either way, beside the point, Breeze says he's going to the jungle, section 122. I'm calling BS on that. No way you're there. And we have Coco.
And where's my ticket?
They say Nick Sirianni was popular with the ladies in Western New York in high school.
Wait, who said that?
It's co-coach. I'm assuming that might be a burner account from somebody we may know, but that would be my guess. All right, well, let's move on. So injury report coming into the game. We got Amarius Mims limited today in practice. I think it still means he's going to play practice. BJ Hill limited. That was rest. And then William Wagner, long snapper, full participant in practice with a hamstring, the long snapper. So I think everybody's coming into the game pretty clean. We had a couple injuries against Cleveland, Logan Wilson, and who else got hurt in that game? Oh, yeah, Lucas Patrick. He's on IR for 4 games.
So Logan Wilson, what was his injury? I did actually miss that, but our child told me about it.
Yeah, they thought they had to check him for a concussion to make sure he didn't have
Oh, that's what it was.
And they did a test for that. So he missed about 7 plays, gave some other guys opportunities. Moving to the Jaguar game, this is, usually at this point, as Josh and I are maybe disagreeing on some things here. And so maybe
not. Should I be more positive right now?
I mean, you're traditionally pretty positive when it comes to the Bengals. I mean,
okay.
We don't watch the games together really.
That's
I'm
true.
usually, with Victor and you're watching somewhere else. But I mean, how are you feeling? What are the vibes like heading into the game? How are you feeling?
Cautiously optimistic.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah. What gives you that sense of feeling? The defense maybe playing? We haven't really talked about that. They played much better against Cleveland.
Yes, but also I feel like how trashy the team has been the first few games, and you expect the offense to be top notch. No one can get them, and even with everybody's going to guard T and Chase. They're going to guard him. They're going to go after him. So they send Chase Brown in. I'll ask you about Yoshi later on because I know you had some feelings about that. But the fact that defense came through, I feel like that's what makes me cautiously optimistic. Although The O-line. How many times did Burrow get sacked?
3. All
But
in the
how
same possession.
Right. And again, it was Myles Garrett for 2 back-to-back.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
had
I
the
mean,
third
like,
one?
it's, if you told me that they were going to get sacked 3 times by Cleveland, like, I'd take that. It's
And
top 5 defense
he's
in NFL.
not hurt, seemingly.
No. No, he's not, but cautiously optimistic.
So I would say that, like, cautiously optimistic because I feel like everybody expected offense to just, like, carry the team. Defense came through. So if maybe week 2, we can put it together and play as a team.
Complementary football, one might say.
One might say it is a win-loss league, but, that would be nice if they could play together.
Yeah, offense, defense, special teams. How do we feel about the special teams? Kicking, punting, felt good about that?
Punting was great.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the punt let's go back a bit to that final punt.
Yes.
Where Burrow, is acting like he's going to snap it. We all knew he wasn't going to snap it, like whenever they take a penalty. And so he punts it. That was a great punt. And it took 11 seconds off the clock. More importantly, when Cleveland didn't have any timeouts and got him at the half-yard line, you can't do any better than that.
No,
so shout out to Ryan Rico.
Yes.
Breeze says he's going with an LSU parlay. He says McPherson he did his job. Yes. He's going with an LSU parlay. Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jags went to LSU. Jamar Chase and Neighbors. He's saying they're all scoring touchdowns this week. Paul says he's in section 122 as well. Oh, that's interesting how you both just happen to be in the same section. That's interesting.
I would love it if you had extra tickets, Paul.
Yeah, Paul, if you got extra tickets, hit us up at jungletheaterpodcast@gmail.com. Happy to take a look at some tickets, or maybe use the Game Time app. Maybe Game Time wants to sponsor us. Who knows? But so moving forward, Jamar Chase met with the media today, and they asked about Travis Hunter. So Travis Hunter is going to play wide receiver and cornerback, rookie, Heisman Trophy winner. He might be guarding Chase. How are you feeling about that, Karen? Should Jamar Chase be scared of Travis Hunter?
No.
Why not?
Because he's Jamar Chase.
Okay. Well, he should play like it this week then, right?
He should.
Yeah.
He should pay like he got played, like that he got paid, and he's 99.
Now, also, if you're Zac Taylor, would you maybe dial up some plays to get him involved early, maybe get him involved in the offense and not, be throwing 5-yard passes to Noah Fant? Maybe that would be beneficial.
No, that's not going to happen. But, I mean,
what's your confidence level in Zac Taylor?
I love Zac Taylor.
As a play caller.
He shouldn't be calling plays.
Okay. We've established that we're aligned on that, but you like him as the head coach. Leader of men, one might say.
No, I would not say that because I don't like that terminology. But you like Noah Fant.
I do. I'm not saying that Noah Fant, but I'm saying get Chase and Higgins the ball. We didn't pay $68 million a year to the 2 receivers to not throw them the ball.
But this is where I'm saying, isn't this the long game of, they did win week 1. So they're like, oh, there are all these other people that they're going to throw the ball to. They're going to do these other things. So, we can't just guard, we can't just focus on them. We have to focus on other people.
Yeah, but when the other people don't even catch, no target. At the end of the day, Chase has to have 15 targets on Sunday, in my opinion. 15 targets, 10 catches, 130 yards, 2 tutters. Who says no? T. Higgins, 588, 1 tutter. Chase Brown gets the other one. 28-17 Bengals. I think everybody takes that, right? Do you have a prediction? That came to me. I just felt it. I went ahead and went with that. I usually don't make predictions. Okay. That's my prediction.
Okay, that's a lovely prediction. I think Chase is going to have a really long run. I don't think he's going to have a touchdown.
Chase Brown, you mean?
No, Jamar Chase.
Now,
I think he's going to.
Is he going
I
to
think
catch
he's
it?
going to catch the ball and
Okay.
run quite far.
Okay, but not
I
get
think
a
he's going to run super far,
Okay.
and he's not going to get a touchdown.
Well, it only takes one score to win a game, as a wise man once said. If the defense bows its back, who knows? But is there like a score in mind that's coming to your head?
What number is Trevor Lawrence?
16.
Okay, so I'm going to say 16, 40. I can't math. 40.
Okay. 40 to 16. Bengals.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes.
You're saying.
Yeah.
Bengals.
Yes.
Okay.
Bengals.
Big win. So that you're talking Burrow bouncing back in a big way. Because Burrow said this week he needs to be more, he needs to get outside the pocket. He needs to move. He needs to make plays. I would agree.
He needs to not get hurt, and there needs to be a pick six.
That the Bengals get.
The Bengals get a pick six.
Okay, yeah, but we want to clarify here. So,
yes.
Who gets the pick six? Who would get it? Who needs to get it? There's one guy that comes to mind that needs it. Can you name him?
We're probably going to disagree on this. So, who?
I'm not saying who will get it, who needs to get it. Who was the worst defensive player on the Bengals on Sunday?
Number
29, Cam Taylor-Britt.
That is where I was going to go, because I know we have disagreements on him. I think Trey needs to get the sack. Cam Taylor-Britt gets a pick six.
On the same, like it's a,
does that count as a sack?
Well, it's you'd be looking at a pressure and a pick. If the ball, just be a pressure.
I want that.
But you could get a sack, fumble, and a score. Okay. So it could be a defensive score. You're saying, does it have to be a pick six, or could it be a fumble return?
Yes, at least I expect a defensive score.
Okay.
Because I feel like they're all hyped up as well.
Yeah.
Like they feel like they have the confidence because nobody had the confidence in them. So now they have the confidence. Maybe.
So,
or they're just being cocky.
So we're opening in orange, but they're wearing white pants. Are you feeling that over the orange pants? The all orange? Yes. Do you like the creamsicle more, or the white and orange better than?
I don't like creamsicles, but I mean,
I prefer the white pants over the orange pants with the orange jersey. This jersey, white pants.
Yeah, I mean the orange on orange is too much.
It's just too much. Okay.
Who did they? Socks. Do they have orange socks?
Yeah, orange socks, white pants.
Yeah, so then they need white pants.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
This is heavy hitting stuff right here. We're getting into.
Did they ask Sam Hubbard what he thinks about this, what they should be wearing? Because I feel like that's important.
No, Sam Hubbard is enjoying life. Rule of the jungle on Sunday. I mean, Sam Hubbard's going to be there. Bengals fans, get in there, be loud, be proud. Karen and I have been toying with going back and forth. We had a line on some tickets and we got told no. So now we have to make a decision on whether we're going to go or not. But, if Breeze and County Coach are going to be there, I mean, in section 122, I feel like I have to be in section 122. I'm calling BS and saying neither one of them actually have tickets to the game. Would be my guess. They don't.
So anyway, I'm going to go back and ask your feelings on Andre Yoshivas. How you're feeling about him right now?
Not good enough. Unacceptable. I mean, honestly, like if you don't even have a target, it means you can't even get open. Like that's concerning when you've got, Jermaine Burton's inactive, Mitchell Tinsley. I mean, like to me, Yossi Voss, like you're playing for your job. There's depth behind you, Charlie Jones. Like somebody has to be able to get in there, catch the ball. Mike Gesicki, like somebody's got to step up because obviously, they've got the two receivers, but at the end of the day, right, like you got to feed number 1 and number 5, and that should leave 80, 88, 86, single coverage, go make a play, get open. Unlike the Washington Commanders who are getting steamrolled by the Packers right now. And I made my first foray back into fantasy this year, and Jaden Daniels is my quarterback. So it's not looking too good right now, Karen.
Oopsie.
Not looking too good. 87. County coach is asking about Tanner Hudson. I don't even think he saw the field on Sunday. Do you remember seeing Tanner Hudson?
Yeah. Because your kid he did mention 87 was out there because I was asking like who was out there.
Yeah. The last time I saw 87 in an orange jersey, he was fumbling across the goal line against the Patriots. I don't know if I want to.
I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just saying he was on the field.
Well, I mean, I think the Bengals tight ends are pretty good. Noah Fant, Mike Gesicki, Drew Sample, blocking, and Tanner Hudson. I'm okay with him getting a snap or two if there's a mismatch or something. He's pretty athletic tight end, quite frankly. But I'm feeling good heading in. I do. I feel positive this week. I think like to get and where I'm going with this is for the Bengals to play as poorly offensively in the second half that they did and still win. Marvin Lewis used to say this: "I see better than I hear." We can talk all day. We can talk all weekend, all week. Go prove it on the field on Sunday. Be 2-0 because after that you're going to Minnesota, you're going to Denver, and then you've got the Lions at home and at Green Bay. So it ain't getting any easier. So this is a game you need to win, and Burrow needs to be. Burrow, Chase, and Higgins need to be elite, especially Burrow and Chase. They're all pro players. Play like it, straight up. And if take care of the ball. Trevor Lawrence has been known to throw you a pick or two, pick him off. And, Paul is just ripping the chat right now. Just he's doing everything in Cincinnati. He's at Oakley Greens for an event with Tony Pike. Now he says he's in section 123. This guy's all over the chat. I'm loving it. Karen, any final thoughts as we head into Jaguars, Bengals? I know you're really pushing me on going to the game. What would be your ideal? Would it be go down Saturday night, stay, get up Sunday, go to the game, come home Sunday, or is it just go down Sunday, come back?
Go Saturday.
Okay, well, what about the dogs? What are we going to do with them? Paul, you do a dog watching on the side? Is it possible here, Paul, and Paul Schwartz in the chat? Maybe he has a dog walking company we can leave him with.
Do they have like dog friendly lemonade that would be like that the dogs could have?
Paul says stay in Florence, not Cincinnati. I wonder why that is, Paul. Big bad Paul, you scared of the big city? Can't come into the big city, Paul. I'm not going to go there, but yeah. We'll see. Tickets, we'll see. It's tough, right? It's tough. But I think Josh is actually going. We may be back to do another episode this weekend, maybe tomorrow night. If Josh is available, he's a little MIA. I got a text from him said no can do tonight. And you know what? The K-Storm warming up in the bullpen. So shout out to Karen on a moment's notice, just coming in and dropping knowledge on us. Some hot takes. Loves white pants. Not a fan of Zac Taylor's play calling. Right? Is that fair? And you think the Bengals put up 40?
Yeah.
Sunday. With a defensive score, pick 6.
Yes. Yes, at least one.
Okay. So you're at 40. I'm at 28. Let's say they average. That's a meet in the middle of 34. I feel good about that. I would love to see the defense. I would really, really be encouraged if the defense is able to do again what they did on Sunday. It's a step up in competition Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Joe Flacco is at this point in his career. The Jaguars have more weapons, especially with Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter. Like, it ain't going to be easy.
That's what I was going to ask, because I haven't done a lot of research on the Jaguars. Like, who else do we – I mean, Travis Hunter, I'm well-versed on. So, I mean, I'm about to F-drop. Yeah, Paul Schwartz, I'm about to drop an F-bomb.
Phillies are up 6-4 on the Mets. Shout out to the Reds. If the Mets lose tonight, Reds are a game and a half back of the wild card with 16 to play.
Oh, boy.
So shout out to the Reds out there as well. But, I mean, that's big. That's big. But, yeah, I mean, Cam Taylor-Britt, this is a chance to prove it.
Yeah, so, like, what are we facing? What are you looking at on Sunday?
I mean, I think your elite players need to be elite.
But, like, so Jamar Chase and Travis Hunter. Who else? Who's going up against each other? Like, what's the talk of the town?
The Josh Allen is the defensive end for – his name is Josh Allen. He's got a new name. He hyphenated his name. His name is Josh Allen. He's the best defensive player maybe. But Hunter plays receiver and corner. I don't know that he'll guard Chase. He might guard Higgins, but he's not I try to take advantage of Higgins' size, right? Like, I mean, and from the Jags on offense, Travis Etienne and their receivers, they're pretty good. Like, I mean, the Jags are little known fact, Zac Taylor's brother got fired by the Jags. So maybe Zac Taylor's got a little bit of revenge. Paul says Travis Hunter's not very good. Well, we'll see.
Where is Zac Taylor's brother now?
He is with the Eagles, I think, as like an analyst or something like that. I don't know. It's all incestual in the NFL. Like, I mean, they all coach for different teams. They just go for, one place to the next. LaFleur, if he gets fired, he'll go to the Rams, and then he'll go, it's just the Sean McVay coaching tree. They're all attached to that.
Yes.
Callahan's, all of them, it's all the same stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see, like, the Bengals back home. I think, T, Jamar, Joe, good to be back home. Bengals hype video. Shout out to the Bengals admin. Really, really strong hype video. Karen, we really appreciate you coming in here tonight and on late notice. Do you have any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I really appreciate the Bengals social media team.
Yes, they do a great job. Are you following Jungle Theater Podcast on social media platforms?
Me?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Please, as the YouTubers say, smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter, or also known as X, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Green Sky, whatever. I know Green Sky is a finance company. That's who's doing our basement. It's Blue Sky. So any of the social media platforms out there, give us a follow. Really, here on YouTube, that's where we can really build this and make this something special. But hopefully we may even be back with another episode with Josh, get his hot takes before the weekend. But the Phillies have won, apparently. Paul, are you pulling my leg, or is that true? Did the Phillies win? Are we talking about your Cincinnati Reds going to Sacramento, a game and a half down? That is confirmed. Paul Schwartz, the only true thing you said in the chat all night is the Phillies won, and that has got me fired up, ready to run through a wall with snot bubbles like a wrecking ball, as the Chickster says on 700 WLW. So with that, Karen, thank you so much for joining. Again, Jungle Theater, Instagram. We are on Facebook. Should we be on Facebook?
No.
I don't think so. No, there's no reason. So let's go Bengals. Let's get a win. Houday, open and orange. Paul, Breeze, County Coach, whoever out there, get them fired up. Get them jacked up. Maybe you see us down there. Maybe you don't. Maybe you see Josh down there. Karen, thanks for coming in and out of the bullpen on late notice. As always, we may see you back here sometime. Houday, everybody. Have a good weekend.